guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I just wanted to hang out, get ready with you guys, chit chat about life, and give you some updates on the new job. It's definitely been a little bit of a struggle in the last couple of weeks to find time to film, but I figured, you know what, if Emily Noel can get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and film every day, like before her kids get up, I can get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and film before I go to work. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. I'm gonna show you guys how I created the look that I'm wearing right now and the products that I used, and let you know how things are going. There are, of course, a ton of videos that I've been wanting to film for a while, including my November beauty report and my skincare update, so hopefully those videos will be coming your way very soon. If you're not subscribed and you want to make sure you don't miss out on those videos, I would highly recommend clicking that button, and also maybe turning on notifications. I mean, obviously, I know a lot of YouTubers are like, ring the bell, but since I have like no consistent upload schedule right now and things are a little bit wonky, if you want to make sure you don't miss my uploads, that's going to be the best way to find out when they actually happen. Anyway, with all that being said, I'm excited to let you guys know how things are going, so let's get into it. Oh my goodness, it seriously feels like an eon since I've sat down in front of the camera to film, and I feel like I've said that every time I filmed a video for at least the last like 3 or 4 videos, because life has just been crazy. I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you guys don't mind my hair being in a towel right now. I just got out of the shower. I figured, you know what, today I want to actually like real world get ready with you guys, because in the real world I almost always do my makeup before I do my hair, and it's just because I hate doing my hair and I kind of like to rush through it, but then if I'm gonna do it before I get on camera, I feel like it should look nice. So today we're just gonna say forget all of that and just be super chill, do our makeup together, and then I'll do my hair afterwards. So it's like 6:50 on a Monday morning. I am drinking some coffee right now. My mug says shopping is my cardio, which is very appropriate for me. And I just wanted to chat with you guys and tell you how life is going and do my makeup with you. So all I've done so far is skincare. Speaking of which, I do still need to film a video giving you guys an update on how my 30-day fragrance-free skincare trial went. Before today, I'm actually using 2 newer products to my collection that were not part of that 30-day trial. The Volition Beauty Strawberry Sea Serum and the No BS Day and Night Hyaluronic Cream. Been really enjoying these. I'm sure I will tell you more about them in an upcoming video. But I'm going to start out my makeup today with this guy right here, which was just sent over to me from Good Molecules. It's their new silicone-free priming moisturizer, and I actually have been really enjoying using this over the last like week or so, because I'm telling you guys, my skin right now is so dehydrated. So normally I have very oily skin, and I don't think that it's that my skin is not oily anymore. I think it's just because it's so dry and cold and I'm running forced air heat all the time. My skin feels dry, but then it's still cranking a lot of oil out like by the end of the day. So my makeup still gets super shiny, but after I wash my face and like in the mornings, my skin is thirsty, and I honestly should be drinking more water than I have been. The first couple of days that I was at work, I was good about bringing like a refillable water bottle with me, and then the last couple days that I was working, I totally forgot. So I need to get back on that train, because if I'm not drinking water throughout the day, like my skin has literally no hope. But anyway, so this guy here is very rich and very creamy feeling. It sinks nicely into the skin. Obviously it has no silicone in it, which I do kind of like, just because I feel like sometimes too much silicone on my skin can kind of clog my pores and cause like those little sebaceous filaments. So I'm really excited to give this guy a go, and I feel like it has been helping to kind of combat some of that dehydration. And now I know I never ever do this normally, but I think I'm going to do my eyes first today, because I want to use the Nabla Dreamy 2 palette. Oh my god, this is so beautiful. I used it for the first time yesterday. Oh, and it was so gorgeous, but some of these shades are very sparkly and glittery, so they do have some fallout. So my voice is not woken up yet this morning, apparently. I apologize. Anyway, these shades are very sparkly. They can have a little bit of fallout, so I think what I'm going to do is just do my eyes first today, so that way if I do have any fallout, I can clean it up before I do my concealer. Speaking of which, so I'm just going to use concealer as my eye primer today. This is just my Maybelline Fit Me concealer, with which I'm being not at all precise. I swear to God, this is the concealer that's like the gift that keeps on giving. It will not finish. I've had it for a while and it's like mostly gone, but I feel like every single time I reach to use it, it has plenty of product on the wand and I'm trying to pan it and it will not die. So since I am going to work today, I think I'm going to try to shoot for a daytime-ish type of look with this. The look that I did yesterday was using this shade here called REM. If I can, I'll insert a little clip from an Instagram story that I posted yesterday wearing the look so you guys can see what it looked like. It was super beautiful and it was the weekend, so I didn't care. I don't really care in general going out, you know, and about, even if I'm just going to the grocery store wearing a full face of glam with liner and lashes. But since this is like a brand new job and almost none of my coworkers really wear any makeup, I feel like I kind of want to ease into it. I don't know if it's super appropriate, like as far as the environment goes, for me to wear like a full face of glam. So I'm thinking just by the nature of some of these shades being sparkly, my makeup today is going to be a little bit more intense than it has been in the last week. But I think I'm going to basically stick to more of the neutral shades than the purple tones today. So I'm going to start things out by putting the shade Deja Vu, which is the matte brown, into my crease. So speaking of the new job, so far things are going really, really well. I haven't actually worked like a full week yet because my first week was the week of Thanksgiving. So the office was closed Thursday and Friday and everyone worked from home on Wednesday. So I didn't have to go in because I am not trained up, you know, enough yet, or I certainly wasn't going to be after 2 days, you know, to be able to work on my own from home. But as you guys may or may not know from the haul video that I posted last week, I ended up getting sick. So I ended up basically being in bed most of the day on Wednesday, and then Thursday, like I did still go to my parents' house for Thanksgiving, but it was a super laid back kind of thing. So, you know, I was really just taking it easy Thursday as well. And honestly, most of Friday too. And that was a super huge bummer because I had really wanted to do some filming over the long weekend because I knew it would be like a great time for me to, you know, have the time to sit down and film. But alas, Mother Nature had different plans for me. But I was able, fortunately, to get some time into film because the Monday after Thanksgiving, we had a snowstorm. So again, all my coworkers worked from home that day, so I didn't have to go in, which gave me a little extra time, even though I was still sick, to actually sit down and film. So then, you know, last week I worked Tuesday through Friday and everything went really, really well. My coworkers are super nice. Everyone has been so friendly and so welcoming, which is honestly like so different from some of my previous work experiences where I feel like I came into a group of people who were all super close-knit and had worked with each other for a really long time, and I was like the new person, and it took them a long time to like warm up or open up to me or like even give me a chance. Side note, I'm now going to go in with the shade New Past in the outer corner. So yeah, I really appreciate how friendly everyone has been and how welcoming they've been. The person who's training me has been really, really nice. The first couple of days were a little overwhelming just because I kind of didn't even really know what exactly I was doing for the job. Like I kind of understood how things worked, but you know, every single day I've been there, I feel more and more confident and like I understand things better and better. Essentially what I'm doing is I'm working for a pharmaceutical company in their like logistics department, so helping manage orders of drug that are going out. So it's funny because I used to work for an OBGYN practice a couple of years ago. If you guys are new to my channel and you don't know my previous history, you can honestly watch my Getting Ready With Me playlist if you want to hear like the full story on all these things, because I feel like if you go back and watch my Getting Ready With Me videos, it's like a nice little recap of Lauren's life from month to month. But anyway, so I worked in a doctor's office for like 8 years doing surgical scheduling, and then I left my job there, got my certification as a life coach, was self-employed for 2 years doing a bunch of different things in addition to YouTube, and now I have a new full-time office job. So it has definitely been a bit of a transition for me in the last week or two, just because I'm not used to, getting up as early as I've been needing to get up for work. I used to be able to get up, I didn't even set an alarm for the last 2 years because I naturally wake up pretty early. I am definitely a morning person and not a night person. So when left to my own devices, I usually wake up between 7:15 and 7:45, but I need to leave for work at that time now. So I've been trying to get up a bit earlier than that, and I got up even earlier today so I could sit down and film for you guys. All right, putting that on pause for a second. I'm gonna go in with the shade, I think it's Amarcord? I'm not really sure. It's this really pretty rosy glittery shade. I think I'm gonna put some glitter glue down though first, just to A, intensify things, and B, kind of make sure that things stay in place all day. Anyway, I'm completely useless in the evenings in general. Once I'm kind of tired, I really don't want to do anything, and especially when it comes to filming in the evenings, I feel like I cannot get a coherent thought out when I'm exhausted, which is kind of the challenge right now, because basically, by the time I get home from work, make dinner, clean up, it's usually maybe 8 o'clock at night, and I am so exhausted that I'm just not in the mood to film, and I don't really feel like I'm on my A game to create good content. So I've kind of just realized that I'm gonna need to film either first thing in the mornings or on the weekends, just because I don't think filming at night is gonna be ideal for me. Which is fine, because honestly, I would rather sit down and do my makeup and then wear it for the entire day than do my full face of makeup late at night and then immediately have to wash it off. I'm one of those people, if I'm gonna do all that hard work, I wanna, be able to enjoy it. Side note, how pretty is that eyeshadow? These just have the most gorgeous shimmery texture to them. They're not a foiled metallic sheen. They don't have a metallized sheen. They're very, very sparkly, but they're also not a pressed glitter. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous formula. I love it so much. So anyway, like I said, it's been a bit of an adjustment just because I am getting up earlier. I have to commute about 45 minutes to get to work. So that's just a thing, being in the car for a long time, that I have to get used to again. And, training is one of those things that takes a lot out of you energetically, because your brain is being constantly overwhelmed, trying to absorb a ton of new information. So I've just been extra exhausted when I get home. And that's just been basically the reason why I have not been able to film. It certainly is not for lack of desire, because I definitely have missed you guys and have so many things that I want to tell you about. But like I said a couple weeks ago when I announced that I got this new job, I know it's just going to be a transition period, and I'm trying to practice, good self-care and patience with myself. It's just an adjustment for the body in general, and learning something new, it's a lot. I feel like these eyes need just a little bit of something extra. So I'm gonna go in with the shade Dionysus here. I think this is one of their latex matte shades, which I haven't tried before. I think they debuted this formula in their cutie palettes they launched over this summer, but they're supposed to have almost a cream-like texture, even though they're matte. And it's not really a pearlized satin finish, but it does have a little bit of a sheen to it. Does seem to be picking up nicely on the brush though, so that's good. Is this look still too much for work? Maybe, but I'm gonna roll with it. I did tell my coworkers last week that I had a YouTube channel, because I had not brought it up during my interviews, because I guess it didn't really feel relevant to my experience for that particular job. But I did let them know, so I think at some point it was gonna become a thing that I'm a little bit into makeup. All right, I think that's pretty good for the eyes for now. We'll kind of come back to it once I've finished the face to finish things up. And honestly, I really don't have any fallout. Some of it is just user error. I have a tendency, especially when I'm putting glittery shades on with my fingers on my lid, sometimes I accidentally hit my
lower lash line and get shadow down there. So that's also just a big pain in the butt to clean up if I accidentally do that. So I figured we would just play it safe today, since this is a fairly new palette to me. But yeah, I don't really feel like I have any fallout at all. Cool. So as far as base products go, I don't have anything new to test out right now. So I'm just going to kind of quick do my usual thing. I have been mixing together Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion with the Pretty Vulgar Cool AF foundation. That's been a combo that's been really working well for me. This guy here that will never end. And then I've been going back to the Fenty Beauty Pro Filtr powder lately because it's been a while since I've used this, and I just kind of wanted to try it out again, especially in a different season with my skin being a little more dehydrated, dry, like in this weird space, because I don't know, this was oil controlling-ish, but not my favorite over the summer, so we're just kind of seeing how it goes. So yeah, I definitely am liking the job. I'm liking the people that I work with. It's so funny. I was talking to my supervisor sometime last week because I was just saying, like, I feel like not a kid in a candy store exactly, but I almost feel like that childlike sense of wonder at this job because it's one of the first times that I'm working in a job where I feel like they actually trust their employees or treat them with like some level of maturity, I guess. I don't know if you guys have experienced this. You'll have to leave a comment and let me know, some of your job stories. But I've worked a lot of jobs where I feel like management doesn't really fully trust their employees. And so they micromanage everything that they do. Like at my old job at the doctor's office, we had to punch a clock with a punch card that paid you like down to the second. And if you were 2 minutes late or 2 minutes early, people would be on your butt and you couldn't have any overtime unless you got, permission in advance. And it was just super stressful because you're like constantly worried about something that honestly you shouldn't need to be worrying about. Like, I understand not being 20 minutes late to work every day, but traffic happens, things happen. Like if you're 5 minutes late, if you're 6 minutes late, some days, like you shouldn't have to be having an anxiety attack over that, in my opinion. Like I understand in certain jobs, like it's important to be on time, especially when you are in, the world of medicine and you're patient facing and you have, patients to see. But like honestly, if you and your coworkers are working as a team and you need to cover someone for a few minutes because they're running late, like it really shouldn't be a big deal. And I don't know, I just feel like because that was sort of the environment I was used to, where like people were just on top of you all the time for really stupid things. And like, it's funny, like our cafeteria in my old job was super tiny. We had a lot of people there. Like if you wanted to get coffee, it cost 25 cents to use the Keurig machine, which was, annoying if you didn't have quarters on you and you really needed a cup of coffee. And honestly, considering how much they paid the people that work there and how much doctors make, I feel like they could have given their employees free coffee, but I digress. So here I come into this new job, and the building we work in is absolutely beautiful. Everything is super modern and up to date. And we have like a little cafe on every floor, and they make coffee for all of us every morning. And then, there's like, essentially they're not Keurigs, but they're kind of like a Keurig machine where you can make coffee for yourself throughout the day. And they have tea. They have tons of like snacks that you can just grab and eat if you, get hungry throughout the day and don't want to like go up to the cafeteria and buy something. But just like in general, I don't know, it's just so funny because people just do their things. Like we don't have to punch a clock. We just log our time and they're trusting you to, just put your time in accurately. They're like, oh yeah, we like round to the nearest 15. So, if you are at work at 8:05, you can still punch in at 8 o'clock and no one's going to give you a hard time for that. And it's just so funny to me because it's like, I am 32 freaking years old. It's not like I'm 18 and working in my first job, but I'm still just like so not used to being treated like an adult at work, which is funny. I don't know. So I'd be curious to know if you guys like, have any stories to share on this topic, because I just find it interesting to hear from different people. Oh, and you know what? Another thing too on that topic, taking time off. I really, really don't like it when employers make their employees feel guilty for needing to take time off to go to the doctors, to take care of their sick kids, or even just like if you have vacation time, you're entitled to use your vacation time and you shouldn't be made to feel guilty for it. And I feel like that was the case at places I've worked in the past, where it's just like, again, they're so on top of you all of the time, and they make you feel guilty for literally having any kind of life or needing to do anything that's not work. And I think that's a super, super unhealthy kind of like environment to create. So it's just been a very interesting kind of experience for me to be in an environment where I feel like people actually treat their employees well, because I'm just honestly not used to it. Like, if I need to take time off, no one's going to hassle me about it. If I need to get up from my desk for a few minutes, no one's going to be like, where did you go? And it's very refreshing, shall we say. Just going to do my brows quick using my Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. I have been testing this out now for a little while because Benefit sent me over a whole big box of goodies, and so far, I've been honestly really enjoying everything that they sent over. I haven't tested, or well, I should say, I've been enjoying everything that I've tested so far that they've sent over. I haven't cracked into the Professional yet, and I haven't used all of the mascaras that they sent over, but I have been using all the brow products, and I've been really enjoying them, as well as Hoola and their new Cookie Highlight. I've been enjoying everything a lot. The one thing I will say about this brow pencil is that it is very soft and creamy, so you really, really don't need to press hard at all to get the product to show up, which is nice, but to that point, you kind of have to be careful not to go too fast. Otherwise, I feel like you can overdo it really easily. With my having like dark hair and needing to use a fairly dark eyebrow pencil, I feel like it's especially easy for me to go like full on Groucho Marx mode if I'm not careful. And then I'm just going to set things in place with the 24-hour brow setter. This guy is pretty nice, I feel like, for keeping your eyebrow hairs in place. It's a little easy to put too much product into the brow. Again, it's a little bit of a learning curve with the applicator in here because it's kind of a unique comb style. So if you put too much in, then it's going to kind of make your brows look shiny, or you can end up with kind of like a glob of product in there. But once you get the hang of it, I feel like it works nicely and keeps everything locked in all day. So I don't think I have shown you guys this on camera yet. This is a palette that was sent over to me from Juno & Co. They actually launched 2 face palettes, so they have Bombshell and Cherrybomb. The Bombshell one is for medium to deeper skin tones, and the Cherrybomb is for lighter skin tones. And I've been using this a bunch lately, and I really like it a lot, actually. So you have a bronzer, a blush, and 2 highlights in here. And I was afraid that this light highlight was going to be way too icy and stark on my skin, but it's not what I thought it was at all. It actually is a lot like the Fenty Diamond Bomb highlight. So it's just kind of like more of a sheer iridescent sparkle that you can like wear on its own or layer on top of another highlight to kind of give it that wet reflect look to it. It's super pretty. But yeah, I feel like in general, all of the products in this compact are really nice and have been working nicely for me. Like, this is what I've been reaching for to get ready for work in the mornings because it's just super fast. Or if I'm cutting it close someday and I just am not sure if I'm going to hit traffic on the way to work, I'll like throw this and some other things in a bag and then finish my makeup in the parking garage, because this is real life, and sometimes it's just, you know, how you gotta do things. But yeah, I feel like the bronzer is a nice color. I feel like it blends into the skin really quite nicely, and I've just been enjoying it a lot. I'm curious to see kind of like how Juno & Co. grows over the next year, because they've definitely been branching out a lot more into makeup, and the things that they've been launching have been pretty nice. This blush shade that's in here also has a bit of a glow to it, which I think is really pretty. So if you don't want to wear highlight, I feel like it gives your cheeks a nice like bit of luminescence without being too much. Most days, like for work, I probably honestly wouldn't wear highlighter just because I feel like it can be a little bit much. So if I'm wearing like very natural eye makeup. Sometimes I like to keep my face makeup also a little minimal to match. But this combination of this blush and bronzer together is really nice for every day for that purpose, just because, again, it kind of still gives your cheeks that like little bit of highlighted appearance without actually needing to wear any highlighter. That being said, there is highlight in here, so I think I do want to use some of this today. I'm gonna go into the Champagne-y shade and just pop a little bit of that like right on the high points of my cheekbones. I feel like the lighting in this video, I don't know how it's gonna be. It's a gross, rainy kind of day. I mean, it was completely pitch black when I first started filming because the sun doesn't rise now until like after 7 o'clock. But even though the sun now has come up, it's just gross and rainy and gray. So I hope I'm not like too overexposed or anything like that. It's definitely going to be, again, an adjustment as I get used to filming at this time of day. And I think I also am going to take a little bit of this highlight shade on a small brush and use this as my inner corner highlight, just to kind of like tie everything in together. Maybe put a little on the brow bone as well. All right, so now I need to just finish up the eyes quick. I'm gonna go into Deja Vu, which is that first light brown shade. We'll just put that on the lower lash line. And then I think I will just take a little bit of New Past, which was the darker matte kind of rusty color, and I will just put that kind of more towards the outer corner of my eyes. Excellent. All right, so we are in the home stretch and I am running out of time to get ready. So let's finish things up quick. I'm just going to put mascara on today. I'm not going to do falsies because I feel like that would be a little bit much. And I'm going to be using this Ilia mascara. I forget what it's actually called, but I got this sample from Sephora with a purchase. And this I was excited to pick up on recommendation from Jamie Page. She loves this mascara. And let me tell you guys, I understand why she is so into this. This does make your lashes look beautiful. It's one of those mascaras you have to layer up. So like the first coat you put on doesn't look like it's doing a whole lot, but it builds on itself beautifully. And the applicator kind of has like two different sides to it that's almost like a comb. So you can really get a lot of separation. And as you build the formula, your lashes don't clump together. It's really nice. Excellent. Okay, so last thing left is lips. I'm going to use this Becca Ultimate Lipstick Love in the shade Tawny. I really like this formula a lot. These are beautiful lipsticks. They're super creamy, not the most long wearing because they don't dry down matte, but they just feel like butter on your lips, and the shades are really beautiful. They're pigmented, but also not like super opaque, so they just kind of look natural and really healthy on your lips, and they're just like no fuss, super easy, and the packaging is beautiful. It has magnetic closure. I really adore these. So just like look how quick, fast, and like pretty that is. All right, so all my makeup is done. Let me go finish getting myself together, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, so here is my completed final look. I feel like we definitely still are very much office appropriate, even though I also have a little bit of glam going on. I feel really pretty today, which is awesome. Also, I finally was able to go and pick up my beach club that I ordered from Ulta, and this stuff is so amazing. I love it in my hair. It just gives it so much texture. It's like the best dry texturizing spray ever. It's just throwing that out there. So yeah, anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed this little update and seeing some of these products in action. Definitely leave a comment and let me know how you guys are doing. I would love to hear from you and know what's up. And again, please stay tuned for more videos from me coming in the future. I honestly have no idea when it's gonna happen, but this worked out relatively well for me, so maybe I will be able moving forward to film in the mornings before I go to work and make that happen. So we'll see. Either way, I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, rest of your week, rest of however long it takes before I'm able to post another video. But I hope you guys have a good one, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.